Today I'd like to show you how to cite your sources. It's really important to cite your sources. Today I want to show you how to use a search engine using other information from a different source. We want to cite it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get to our so I'll show you how to do that using our Nature Hill library, and then find the library. Today I want to do this by going to scroll down resources and clicking on online. Take a look at the works cited option. Let me go to Nature and click on Easy Bib.
So the first thing that
we talked about databases. Now I want to talk about search. Actually create a bibliography, and we've all done the typical search engine. So take a look. There's a whole bunch of options here. So you can do I want to point out I'm already signed in. I want to make sure that you're signed in. Scroll down to the bottom. I used my a list of different accounts that you're going to want to use when you some of which are more than you do that. So the one I want to show you everything that you've done.
Now, if you want to search for books within the library, of course you go to.
So there are a couple options here. So this looks very similar to a website. I can cite a book. You type in your keyword, a journal, and there's 59 different options here. But I want to stick with the website here today.
Take a look at all the different sources.
And I'd like to cite the source that we looked at from our DuckDuckGo. We've got news search. This is also very similar to Planet Venus, and I want to look at the NASA. The difference here is that these are, remember this, are sources, information, different search engine friendly. It's online. It says here we can cite a website by entering other things. Take a look, by searching. You've got there are two options. I could. You can even see that you've got the NASA. But I already have like the NASA website. Found what I brings up national. So I'm just going to copy. See by the little symbol, so you know these are trusted sources right here. So this is a really good way to find information, and then I'm going to click on cite it. So let's go ahead. Now, before I do that, I just want to first one that you can cite it. There's a couple different ways to cite your sources. We're going to stick with the ML version and see if this is something that you might click on cite this.
Whereas search
it tells you what it found here. They found the website's title, which is the NASA website, the article title, the publisher. They found all this information. They see right the author.
A bunch of sources that have been.
We're going to say it says we believe that this site is credible, and that's awesome. So we're going to search DuckDuckGo. Don't forget that there were a lot of other search engines. And then we're just going to double check other than just DuckDuckGo. So they've gone ahead and put all this information back.
So today I want to show you a
take a look at ask.com. So go ahead and click on here in Google Scholar. So take a look, try some of these out, and branch out. We're going to click on create citation.
Online library. So there are
and we can see that the citation is right here
that have been reviewed.
Then
and
we're going to
really good sources. So
take a look. There are a couple different things you can do from here.
You can either look into all sources,
you can go if you want to cite inside your writing, like if you want to cite in the middle of your paragraph. We click on this parenthetical citing, and it shows you how to do that. So right inside your writing, what you would do is copy and paste this
lower reading levels.
This is the author's name. You would copy and paste this to have it inside your writing.
Difficult for us to decipher.
So that's one option. That's one thing that you should be doing in your writing.
So now we know the information.
The other thing that you can do is you can create a works cited page. So what you want to do is click on export or print.
What you can do
is you click on print as a Word doc. Now we're not actually going to print it.
You can kind of scroll down and look at some of the different sources
so that we have it. So we'll click on it.
Kind of decide what it is that
and then it comes up as a Word document. Now I did this twice
to be information literate, and so this is
but I could cite every source that I possibly had
on what you're looking for,
and it would show up as a list of works cited.
Or
then I could copy and paste this into my document at the end of my nonfiction piece, and I would have all my works cited, and I would have them cited properly, which is what we actually want to do.
Because it's got magazines, newspapers, biographies, country reports, film, and video. So here we've got our Student Research Center, and this is really nice because you could click on a certain topic if you wanted to, but if you know specifically what you're looking for, you can actually just type that into the search engine and try to find it. So you guys have been looking at space lately, so let's do Planet Venus. So you would type that in. I had previously typed it in, so it's there for me. And then you click on search. This is going to take you to a bunch of information related to Planet Venus, and then we'll be able to select what we want. So if you take a look, you can scroll down, you can filter your results. If you want just magazines, you can click on just magazines, just newspapers, and so on and so forth. So if you really know what you're looking for, you can filter it just like that. So you can see we've got a lot of different information here that we can click on. So let's just try the first result that came up. If we take a look, the abstract tells us what this article is going to be about. So if you were doing this, you could read this article or read this abstract and decide if this is an article that you are interested in actually looking at fully. And then if we want to actually look at the article, we decided that it's a good one and we want to use it, we can click on where it says PDF full text. And you can see that it's loading down here, and this is going to bring us to the entire article that was written, the full entire text that we can look at and read and decide if this is something that we would like to use for our nonfiction piece. You'll notice that sometimes it takes a long time to load these, depending on the amounts of pages on your resource. It might take a couple seconds to load, so you'll have to be really patient. While we're waiting, there is a neat thing up here where it says citation, and you can click on that, and that'll help you cite your sources. And we'll do a video on that, and I'll show you how that works, but it's something to keep in mind, that you always need to cite your sources when you are using these types of databases. So here we go. Here's our article called Stargazing Simplified. We can go ahead and take a look at it and decide if this is something we want to use. This is really good information. It's got pictures. It's not incredibly long, so it might be a good source for us to look at. And you can decide if that's what you want to use. And that is how you use the Badger Link database. Hope it helped.